All right, here we are. Hello, hello, hello. Kelly here. And this is going to be a very useful talk for you if you are a fitness or health professional. Today, we're going to talk about 3 steps to your profitable pivot. So, as we all know, the industry has changed so much in the last 3 years. Starting with COVID and even before, we saw huge shifts, of course, in the way that we deliver our service, in the way that our consumers consume our service, in the way that we work, in the expectations that we have on compensation and what we get from working. Everything about the fitness and wellness industry has changed. And with that, we see so many fitness and wellness professionals ready to make a pivot. So we're seeing people just really start to understand that serving, how do I want to say this delicately? We're starting to just really see people understand that standing next to a client counting reps for a living is not going to be the thing. It's not leverageable, it's not scalable. It's something that a lot of people are trying to shift away from us. So many of us are thinking about creating a program or doing other things to leverage our time so that we're not just constantly trading time for money. So, I want to talk today about 3 steps to pivoting and how to make that pivot profitable. This is just going to be a quick, maybe 10-minute talk, and I'm going to give you some actionable steps here at the end. But first, let me tell you this. I'm Kelly Coulter. In 2020, I became absolutely obsessed with helping fitness professionals build their businesses so that they could serve their clients during the pandemic. Now, I help coaches like you make more impact with your perfect future clients without adding hours to your day by leveraging the life-changing work that you are already doing. So I come on live and I talk about mindset, I talk about business, and I talk about direct response marketing because I want to give you the things that will truly move the needle on your business. I usually come on live on Tuesdays at 3 o'clock inside the Grow Your Business for Fitness Instructors, Trainers, and Coaches group, which is kind of my home group. And then I come on live on Mondays, every other Monday, inside the Fitness Music Lounge, which is the group that I co created with Muscle Mix Music, where we talk about music and the industry and all things fitness and wellness related. All right. So that's me. Let's get started. I want to talk about creating a pivot. I want to talk about the idea that so many of you, and please give me a comment. Let me know you're here. I haven't asked you guys to give me a comment yet, but let me know you're here. Give me a hashtag live if you're watching live. Give me a hashtag replay if you're watching in the replay. And then I would love to hear from you. Are you considering a pivot in your career? And if you're really brave, I would love to hear what that pivot might be. So, what I'm seeing across the industry, hashtag live, whoop, whoop. All right. So, what I'm seeing across the industry is that trainers are completely overbooked. They're either super overbooked or they are not booked enough, but either one of those problems has a really specific set of issues that goes along with it. If you're not booked enough, you're definitely not making money. But a lot of times what I'm finding is that even when you are really booked, you're still not making money. And that's due to a few different reasons. First of all, training can be commoditized. If we're not leveraging it correctly, it's easy to get stuck in the loop of training people for 40, 50, 60, 70, $100 an hour. And then having this schedule that's really full and then still not feeling like you know where your time went or where your money went because you have nothing but training appointments on your schedule. So overbooked is a problem, underbooked is a problem. The real problem is that one-to-one training is not leverageable. And when it's not leverageable, it's not a real business model. It's just really a glorified job. So many of us are starting to consider making a pivot. And what does that pivot look like? We're looking at ways to leverage that time so that the things that we do over and over again can be served one to many without us, so that the things that we need to really focus one to one with clients on, we're able to get and dig in and focus one to one without feeling like every single thing we do has to be delivered live in person, one to one. That's starting to leverage your time. Now, there are three important steps I want to talk about when it comes to pivoting, because here's what happens. So I'll talk to a trainer and they'll be like showing me their calendar and it's like completely booked. Appointment, 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 appointment. Barely have time for lunch. Appointment, appointment, appointment. The next day, they are skipping time with their kids. You guys are skipping meals. You're not practicing self care in the way that you need to, that you would be recommending to your clients, and you're not leaving any time in your business to look at your accounting, to look at your systems and processes, to start to find ways to leverage because you're too busy in the business and not enough on the business. So I'll talk to a client and I'll say, okay, here's what I'm seeing. You got too many appointments. I need you to start to change the way that you're doing things. And then they'll resist me right away because they're scared about going one to many. They're scared about trying to change one to one appointments into small group appointments. They don't know how to do these things. And so they start getting the resistance. So I want to give you three simple actionable steps that are going to help you start to think about making your pivot. And what I want to do is kind of let you off the hook here. I want you to feel good about thinking about a pivot. So the first step is that you have to decide. You don't have to know everything about what you're going to be delivering in a year. You don't have to know exactly what that's going to look like. You don't have to know exactly what every second of your schedule is going to look like, but you don't have to know exactly what the process is that you're going to take people through. But if you know you want to start to leverage, you have to decide and you have to have a starter idea. So even if you know that you just want to help people get more fit, and that's a really general idea and you know it is, it's okay to start there. If you know that you want to do small group training and that you specialize in athletes, it's okay to start there. A year from now, that could look very different. You could be specializing in just track athletes. You could be specializing in people who only want to train to run a marathon, whatever it is. But you don't have to start there. You can refine your product as you're going. So the one key is to make the decision that you're going to start leveraging your time and that you're no longer going to be trading, counting reps for dollars, talking to clients through basic things that could be done on video one to one instead of working on your program. So, number one, make the decision. Have a starter idea, make the decision. Number two, then, becomes taking action. So many times we get stuck in the planning loop. We start thinking about the program. We know we want to do it and we've got all these great ideas and we might even start like putting videos in the can. But there are these pieces of taking action that feel really uncomfortable that we tend to shy away from. Selling it for the first time is one of them. Getting guidance, getting help can be another. So taking action can be super uncomfortable and can be super scary. The best thing you can do for yourself is get guidance, get templates for the communications that you want to send out, get scripts, get a mentor that's done it before, talk to somebody who's doing it exactly like you want to do it. follow people on social media who are doing exactly what you want to do. All of those things help you to start to draw a map. Then, when you get uncomfortable and take action, you're able to do that with a little bit of guidance and support. So, get uncomfortable, expect the discomfort, and take action anyway. I heard somebody today, a little bit of an aside, but not really. I heard somebody today saying that a lot of people will wait until they've got confidence before they take action. And that the truth is, you're not going to have confidence until after you take action. So all you can do is use your courage. And I want you to think about that when you start thinking about taking action toward your pivot. It's going to take courage, not confidence. Confidence is going to come after you take the action. Confidence is going to come after you've taken the action over and over again, and you know beyond a shadow of a doubt that you're really good at it because you've done it. You've done it and you've succeeded at it over and over again. So take action based on courage. The third step is be all in. So what's going to happen is you're going to start to take this pivot. Let's say you're going to take all of your one-on-one clients and you're going to make them into small group clients. That's scary. Let's say you've gone and you've gotten a script, so you know what communication you're going to put out there. You've written all the things that need to be written for you about your script, and you've got it all ready to go, and you're going to email it out, right? And then you email it and you start having your follow-up conversations, and you realize that a few people are not very happy with you. That so many times can derail the whole thing. We start to rethink, we start to change the original plan, we start to backpedal. And I want to encourage you that when you make that decision, you have to know that you are all in and you have to move forward regardless of what happens from there, because you've got to get past that initial hump. So you've decided, you've taken action. Now you have to be all in and you have to sit in the discomfort, even when your clients are coming back to you saying that they don't like it. It's okay. It is, because the clients that are really for you will stick with you through this. And because the new clients who are really, really right for the thing that you've decided you want to deliver are yet to be discovered. You can't attract those new clients until you start doing the thing. So be all in, sit in the discomfort. It is going to be okay. All right, so those are my 3 steps that I've got for you. I want to talk about something else really quick, and then we are done. So on March 13th, I'm doing the Serve, Lead, Sell Masterclass again. And that is my masterclass where I teach you 2 big things. Number 1, creating that pivot, getting that profitable program planned and pre-sold. So I'm going to be teaching you about filling that program. Number 2, I'm going to teach you the basics of my servant leader sales method. That is sales that are comfortable and relationship based and service based, and they never feel slimy or sleazy. You never feel like a pest with your family and friends. That is what I teach you in the Serve, Lead, Sell Masterclass. So that happens March 13th to the 15th. You can see the address is right here, learn.fitprosconnect.com/SLS. That is where you're going to go register. And I was out all over social media last week talking about how I was doing early bird pricing and it was ending on Sunday. I lied. You have one more day to get in on early bird pricing. So if you go to learn.fitprosconnect.com/SLS right now, you can get early bird pricing. It's only $27 right now. That's a 3-day experience where I'm going to teach live and I'm going to do live coaching and implementation sessions inside that session. So get in there, get registered, and then you will get early bird pricing if you do that tonight before midnight. I meant to cut that off last night, and then I realized that one of my partners was sending an email out today that talked about early bird pricing, so I extended it for one more day. So learn.fitprosconnect.com/LS. SLS. Within that masterclass, you're going to get the training, you're going to get the coaching, and then you're also going to get, so sorry, there is a distraction going on in my house. And then you're also going to get all kinds of scripts and templates. So that whole piece about taking action, getting uncomfortable, needing guidance, I'm going to help you out with that. We are going to have scripts and templates to help you make your pivot within that Serve Lead Sell Masterclass. All right, so get over there, get registered. Don't miss the early bird pricing. Learn.fitprosconnect.com/SLS. You guys, give me a like and a fire if this was helpful to you. Share it if it was helpful enough that you want to send it to a friend that could use it. And I can't wait to see you in the Serve Lead Sell Masterclass.